In August of 2006, newlyweds Jason and 21-year-old Ashley discover they are expecting their first child.
We weren't planning on having children right away because we were young still, and I wanted to get finished with school. We got pregnant 4 months after we got married.
It was a little bit of a surprise.
We're gonna be parents.
I understand you've experienced some pain and discomfort.
I was 8 weeks pregnant, and I started having cramping, and I started bleeding. And so I called my doctor, and they said that I had a miscarriage. When I miscarried, I felt sad.
It's not your fault. We'll just try again, okay?
They really had no idea what had gone wrong. The miscarriage was one of the hardest things I had dealt with.
I would have enjoyed a baby then and there, right then and there. It affected us, but it didn't really stop us from wanting to have kids.
Despite the tragedy, the couple finds themselves now wanting to try again. And soon they receive good news.
Congratulations.
We went to the doctor and they said she was pregnant.
We were excited. I think it did help my healing process because I was able to get excited about having a new baby instead of dwelling on the fact that I had lost one. But I was also scared because I was afraid the same thing would happen.
As her pregnancy develops, Ashley experiences many typical symptoms.
She had morning sickness. She was very, very tired.
The smell of eggs, I remember scrambled eggs, was terrible for me.
Then, by August of 2007, Ashley is nearing the end of her pregnancy.
I went to the doctor for just a regular checkup, and my blood pressure was elevated.
I need you to push, Ashley. All right, push.
They went ahead and induced me. They wanted to catch it before it turned into preeclampsia because that is dangerous for the baby and the mom.
Here he is.
Trent was born 24 hours later.
I was so excited and just glad that he was here and healthy. It was amazing.
I know.
It was our first grandchild, and we were just very overjoyed.
After Trent was born, having more kids was the farthest thing from our mind.
Ashley went back to taking the pill.
I made sure I always took it when I was supposed to take it. I had a period each month. My periods were lighter than usual. I thought maybe it was just because I had just had a baby and my body wasn't back on track.
Many women will experience a delay in their next menstrual cycle after delivery, but some women will go back to having a normal menstrual cycle right away. In November of 2007, 3 months after Trent was born, Ashley returns to her job as a 4th grade teacher.
I'd feel tired throughout the day. I just thought taking care of a new child at home and not getting a whole lot of sleep anymore at night like I had been. It was about December, and I was going through some old clothes that I had before I got pregnant with Trent, and I couldn't fit into them, and I was very frustrated. I would try and eat smaller portions, try and eat really healthy. You know, sometimes I would skip a meal.
She just couldn't seem to lose the weight.
Ashley struggles with her weight for several months, but doesn't notice anything else unusual.
It was the end of May. I was reading a book aloud to the class, and I just all of a sudden felt like I was gonna get sick. And so I just grabbed the trash can, and I threw up in the trash can. I thought maybe I just had a bug that was going around.
I apologize.
I woke up on July 28th, and I felt kind of like I had mild cramping, and I thought maybe I was just getting ready to start my menstrual cycle that day. The pain had gotten worse that evening, but I've had bad cramps in the past.
I could really tell that Ashley was in pain.
I think I'm gonna just lie down.
I told her I'd take her to the doctor, but she said, no, I'll be fine.
About 10 o'clock, I felt like I had to go to the bathroom. And then I felt like I had to push. It was just like an urge. I'm like, I have to push. Then all of a sudden, like instantly, I realized what was happening. And I said, no, there's no way. How can this happen? I was having a baby.
Ashley is stunned at the revelation, but her shock quickly gives way to fear.
I was worried I was gonna miscarry again, that the baby was stillborn or was really premature and it wasn't gonna be okay.
The life of her surprise baby hangs in the balance. With so many questions flooding her mind, all Ashley can do is react.
I couldn't believe it. I kept thinking, what if something's wrong with her? Because I didn't have the prenatal care, hadn't had the ultrasound. I stood up so she wouldn't fall into the toilet. And I caught her in my arms. She started crying instantly. So I called for my husband. I'm like, Jason, get in here.
The most terrifying moment was when I walked into the bathroom. My jaw hit the floor.
She was breathing, but I knew we had to get to the hospital right away.
I ran and got the phone and called 911.
Please come quick.
I think I was going crazy at that point.
When the paramedics got to the house, she'd stopped crying. She was alert, but I kept thinking, what if something's wrong with her, and we don't know.
I was pretty worried. Ashley had blood pressure problems with Trent the whole pregnancy.
I was worried about all of her organs, working properly, her heart and her lungs.
Doctors whisk the newborn away for testing, then discover that Ashley has dangerously high blood pressure.
I did have preeclampsia, and it can be possibly deadly.
Untreated preeclampsia can predispose a woman to seizures, coma, and possible death.
She was pretty sick. It scared me.
Okay.
Ashley is given powerful medications to try and stabilize her blood pressure, but all she can think about is the life of her new baby.
They were giving me shots and giving IVs and poking me, and so I really couldn't see what was going on with her. I was just scared for her. And I didn't get to hold her and get the reassurance that she would, I didn't get to see for myself that she was okay.
Ashley endures a long and sleepless night before getting word on both her own health and that of the baby.
The next morning, the doctor did come out while I was there and said that, Ashley was doing fine.
Her baby girl, Ava, is also doing well.
We were relieved to find out that she was actually almost full term and healthy. She was breathing properly. She didn't have any problems. I just was amazed.
I love you.
Ava was 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and 20 inches long.
I'd say we're probably the luckiest people alive with her being as healthy as she is.
Ashley carried Ava to full term, and not even her own family would have ever guessed she was pregnant.
We didn't know that she was pregnant. She didn't really look pregnant. She wore her normal clothes.
Ava was conceived at the end of October, when Trent was just 2 months old, and while Ashley was taking birth control pills.
It's possible to conceive while on birth control pills because no birth control method is 100% effective.
If I had heard it from someone else, I'd probably told them that it can't happen, but I wouldn't say that anymore.
Hold on.
I saw Ashley several times a week. I kind of asked myself, what did I miss?
I still had a period, and they always say that's the first symptom is that you're pregnant is you don't have a period.
A woman no longer menstruates when she's pregnant. However, there are several causes of bleeding in pregnancy that she can misinterpret as a period.
Looking back, I think about getting sick and then just being tired. Maybe I should have paid more attention to those things.
I love you.
Today, Ava is 14 months old, just 11 months younger than her brother Trent.
Ava is very loving and just a sweet girl. She's quiet, unlike her brother. She is content just to play on the floor or be by herself. She's very easygoing, and Trent and Ava really get along very well. They're very close. It is nice having one of each, and I do feel lucky and fortunate to have 2 healthy children, especially considering what we went through with Ava.
Oh, I love her. I wouldn't trade her for nothing. She's a ball of joy. I wouldn't go back and change a thing.
I can't imagine not having her in our family.